Hello, how is everybody doing? It's good to see all your faces, and it's good to get started again. Hi, Steve. Steve says hello. I'm super excited for episode 2. Okay, so I would like to actually go around and introduce people again, just since we're early on. But if you are tuning in, if you're here, if you're watching, thank you for joining us. Our stream setup is a little different from last week, but I think it should look a bit cleaner. And although our faces are smaller, hopefully you can see our names and you can see kind of the little icon of what we're playing. Hopefully that will be helpful. We are missing one of our players tonight, unfortunately. Gwen is unable to make it. She was not feeling well and needed a break. So please think positive things for Gwen. We hope she's doing okay, and we hope that she's hanging in there and feeling better soon. But I think we'll just start and jump in. So, hello. My name is Em, and I am the GM for Greatest Guardians Gaming Network, which is a mouthful. I've experienced podcasting with Galaxy's Greatest, which is it's the first podcast that I came up with, well, the only podcast that I've come up with, and it was kind of my first big project. And Galaxy's Greatest is what we are all doing here today. So, that is me. I'm Em, and in terms of this stream, my involvement is planning and kind of producing and then game master. And on top of that, I am also playing the role of Remy, the witch boy. So, Remy, the witch boy. I have my little problem. Maybe let's go to Dawn next, since he is at the top right of our stream.
Okay, hello. Thanks. I'm Don. I will be playing Craig Fogcrusher, the Kobold Swashbuckler tonight. On top of that, I will be the one to blame for the background audio, music, and sound effects. So those of you listening live, it would be ever so nice if you could let me know when I'm too loud or too quiet for that. But I think I have a pretty good medium, a great middle ground right now. So excited to play.
Cool. Let's go to Mike next.
Hello, my name is Mike, he, him. I'm playing Shaija Contour, Summoner, human. She's 38 years young, and and him is the devout phantom, who we haven't met yet.
Hello, I'm Michaela, she, her. I will be playing Sogafa, she's a halfling, dampier, jolly undead sorceress.
Thank you very much. And then, last but not least, Jenna, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Jenna, and I will be playing Shija, the half-elf Fate Witch. If you see me lag a little bit, it's because California is having a rare storm, so things might be a little wonky, so thank you for your patience.
Well, today we pick up with our heroes at the moonlit forest jungle near the village of Bundai on the continent of Sagagesa. And if we could kind of creepify the music a little bit, Don, that would be super cool. Make things a little dark and brooding.
Yeah, if you could move your mic any closer, Emma. Everyone's volume we're hearing from listeners is great. You're just a little quiet.
How's this? Is that better, y'all?
Oh, much better.
Ooh.
Yay! Okay.
Yes.
We love it.
It looks like
Thank
you're gonna record the next hit single, Going Platinum.
Right though? Oh my gosh.
So, we are in the jungles of Saga Gesa, and if you were not here last week, just an introduction to Saga Gesa. It is this beautiful continent teeming with jungles, teeming with life, and it is a dangerous place. As far as anyone knows, especially our heroes who are new to Saga Gesa, they've probably heard rumors about how treacherous it can be. On the flip side, Saga Gesa is also known as one of the most culturally diverse, beautiful, rich locations where you have just this incredible mixture of people. And it is a magnificent place to be if you are willing to brave the dangers associated. Last week, our heroes wound up at the celebration of the Witch Boy, who is the first boy in all of Galesrian, as far as anyone knows, to manifest powers as a witch. And there was this celebration where people were coming to visit and commemorating his welcome into the Southern Coven in the village of Bungai. As the heroes, the protagonists, our new group of people got together, they toured this location called the Haven, and they walked around outside, found themselves in a game of dancing dolls, where they contributed to the success of a witch's, of one of the witches playing the game. She won the game, or was close to winning the game, I think. Actually, yes, she won, right? Okay, I'm getting nods.
Yes, we won.
So that witch won with your help. I think actually by like a lot. And at the end of that game, a random woman from the crowd stumbles and falls and says, "There's someone spying on us." And as she says that, these spies that are fluttering above that look like these little flying balls with a gem in the center fly off into the jungle. And Remy, who is the witch boy, takes off and says, "You guys coming?" and runs into the jungle. After which, all of you follow, and we wind up in a chase. And during that chase, you help each other get through the obstacles in this dense jungle. And then you wind up in combat against one of these clockwork spies. Eventually, you take down the spy. One of the spies gets away, but Gwen is able to knock this thing down. Gwen, who is playing Hannah Lyre, knocks out this spy, which then explodes underneath her as she protects everybody else. As we start today's session, as Gwen is not here to play Hannah, I would like to give her an opportunity to do something on her own. And Hannah runs off past toward the second spy, and she says, "I'll be back as soon as I can," and she darts off into the jungle.
I'm not so sure about that, but wasn't there wolves howling?
And with that, as Hannah runs away, everyone give me a perception check.
This
22 for Craig.
Well, only a 9 for Sogafa.
9 for Shaisha.
Ooh.
23 for Lishija. I believe our companion is going to die.
No, she's real strong. She'll be fine. She's great.
Are you certain?
I mean, I just met her, and she already proved how powerful she was. I imagine whatever she's going for must have been really important.
Lucia, as Krieg says, I imagine what she's going for must be very important. You see an elven woman and a wolf step out of the tree line ahead of you. What would you like to do? We are in initiative.
We're still in initiative?
Now, we're in a new initiative.
Different initiative.
This woman appears to be grasping a short sword, and she walks toward you. And before she can speak, she walks out of the tree line. Before she can speak, she holds up her sword. Would you like to do anything before she speaks?
Can I use... Oh god, I'm sorry. May I use... I have a spell called Command. May I use it on her?
Absolutely, if you would like.
Okay. Sorry, let me pull this up. Unless someone else did... Okay, Command! You shouted Command, that's hard to ignore. Your command can target an approach... You can command the target to approach you, run away, release when it's holding, drop prone, or stand in place. It can't delay or take any actions if it's obeyed. It can affect companion on card. Okay, they have to make a... I see this woman approaching us, and I think right now, because it's a weird woman with a wolf in a strange situation that I've never seen before, I see her draw her sword. I narrow my eyes at her, and I tell her to drop it. I want her to drop the sword.
You want her to drop the sword? Noted.
Yes.
Alright, I think I owe you a will save, right?
Yes. Oh, goodness gracious.
Does a 21 beat your will? Or beat that DC?
I mean, probably.
I think so.
That's a pretty big number.
You have 2 other actions if you would like to use them.
I don't think I do, actually.
I'm going to take control of Lishijia's character so we can see what she is seeing.
Should I be seeing something on this screen?
Yes, you should. Thank you for reminding me to share this with you. Everybody should be able to see that. Also, viewers, please feel free to drop into the chat how things are going, anything you're noticing, any suggestions for any of our characters if they want to take it to heart. I don't
know. I think I have like a movement left. Can I stand in front of Remy?
You can do that if you would like, yes.
Ooh.
Now, you have, theoretically, if that is your full movement, you would have another action. Unless, did command take 2?
Takes 2.
Okay, cool. Then that is your turn if you're going to move in front of Remy.
Yeah, I move in front of Remy and I snap my head open and I hold it in front of him so he's kind of like not seen.
Got it. Can I actually have you move your character into a square for me?
It's not in a square? Okay, I'll move her into a square. There we go.
Perfect. Next up,
we're in a line.
Is our elven ranger. The woman looks at all of you and she says, "Hand over the boy, and we'll let you walk away." And then she will 5, 15, 30. She's going to stride up to 30 feet. And then, Mike, help me out here. Animal companion, I believe you have to take an action to command your companion, correct?
Yep, and
One
then
or
they
two
get
actions?
two actions once you command them.
Got it. So she will command her companion to move. Can we get some combat music, Dom? She'll command her companion to move 40 feet.
Mortal Kombat.
5, 10, 40. That is its first action. And then the wolf also has away. So we're going to take hit off of this. And the wolf will then move up to Sagatha. 5, 10, 15. Remind me, Mike, is it one action for wolf? Or it's one action for the ranger to command?
Yeah, it's one action. You can only command it once,
Got it.
and then they get two actions.
Okay, cool. So then I would get my third action? I'm sorry. I'm a little rusty on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So you get your the elf moved and then commanded, so gets one more action.
So then she actually will, this ranger pulls out a dagger. And she's gonna throw it at Lucigia.
I don't want to swear, but oh my god, I'm so offended.
Does a 12 hit your AC? I kind of doubt it.
No.
Alright. So she misses. This dagger soars by your face.
I snap my fan closed and I hit it out of the air.
Nice. And that is her turn. And then next up is Creek.
Okay. Standing where he is going to zoom in so I can see. I'm going to, I have my rapier out. I'm going to, is this difficult terrain at all?
So the 5 feet around the bank, like the 5 feet adjacent to the bank of that stream.
What I'm standing in?
Terrain,
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
do double movement
So-
to get out of that.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, and I'm going to tumble through.
Okay. Go ahead. That's fine.
Neat swashbuckler, okay. Okay, I think that'll do it. 25 acrobatics as I tumble through their square.
That is a success.
So I now have panache.
Okay. Swashbucklers are so cool.
Yeah, I hope to have even a little one. There's a lot more than I'm typically used to with this. So, one action to move over, tumble through. Then I'm going to do an attack with my rapier.
Okay.
Nope. 12.
12. A 12 does not hit. Right.
Okay. So slash out. Once I miss, I'm going to use my last action to try and roll better. No. I don't. Just whiffing. Maybe there's mud still on my hand, keeping me from swinging with the ferocity I normally would.
Okay. And is that your full turn?
That's my full turn. Yep.
Alright, I believe next up is Remy. Remy exclaims, "Oh my god, who are these guys?" And then Eska, his little mushroom dragon, kind of puffs up and glows for just a moment. And as he does that, Remy will cast himself. He's going to increase his speed to plus 30 feet. And then 5, 10 to 20, 30. He's going to come over here. And he will then use... He's going to pull out, as he runs, a sling. And that is his full turn. Okay, next up. Some of you may notice in the back of the map, off to the left, there's another character. 15.
Oh no.
And you see another elf. He's gonna triple stride. I believe that is correct. All the way up to Remy. Shaija, it's your turn.
Okay, so that changes what Shiza's going to do. Shija sees the dagger flying at Lysija, and as she fans it, it like goes past Shija, who takes steps back and looks over at the log and sees the elf coming, and she gasps and goes, "Oh no, him! Help Remy!" And I'm going to do a 3-action manifest Eidolon, and it's going to manifest. I don't know how to drag this thing onto the map, but manifest right next to Remy and strike out at that elf that's running towards the witch boy.
Okay. I'm going to put him at an 8.9 on initiative. Just going
Yeah, so you see him or Shija's hands start to glow where she has a tattoo of an anchor, and a projection from her body goes to where Hem manifests, and it's kind of weak as Hem goes in and out, and you see this androgynous looking character where you can't see its face because its hair is covering its face completely, and tentacles are coming out of its back, and it holds a Girisame with a blue ribbon attached at the end, but the connection is so weak it just kind of goes right through that elf.
Oh my goodness.
That's my turn.
Super cool. So Hem has officially been introduced. And
Well, that's neat. Okay.
next is Scott.
Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I have such a hard choice here. I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement on the Elven Scout.
Okay.
So. Let me read here. I did read it, but I have to read it again. Ranged spell attack. So. That's gonna be dexterity, right?
It is your spell DC, which should be
16.
okay. Hey Don, is this better? Uh, 16 is a hit.
Okay, then the target can attempt a fortitude saving throw to determine how how successful the spell was.
Okay. And this is on the Elven Scout, correct?
The Elven Scout, yes.
Alright. 12. It's gonna be on the edge.
Okay, so that's a failure, the target becomes enfeebled too, so that will affect all of its strength-based actions, essentially.
Okay.
So hopefully if he tries to snatch Remy up, too bad. And then I think I would like to, because I believe where I'm standing, I am in the difficult terrain, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to move out of there, so I'm just going to go ahead and step, I think.
All right. Very nice. That is your full turn, correct?
All right. Yes, that's all for me. Thank you.
And we are back to Lishijia. At the top of the round, the ranger laughs. You really trying to get away while I am trying to take the boy? Just let me have him. Why are you fighting? There's no point. We're not going to let you go.
Don't speak to me as if things have no point. I know that better than you. I know better than all of you. I'm mad. I'm so pissed. I take my closed fan and I point it at my throat and I cast Bullhorn. And I say into it, Witches of the Southern Coven, show me your loyalty. Your witchling is being taken.
Dang. Can you give me a performance
Woo! Performance? Girl? Fuck me.
No.
Are busy.
check? Oh no.
That's so sad. Oh.
So your spell goes through super well. You are loud, but unfortunately you stumble over your words as you're speaking, and the message doesn't come out clear enough. Or at least it's not heard clear enough by others.
Right. Got it. I then will. Ooh, this is bad. Y'all, I'll move. Oh, a dog. 5 here, so I'm within a distance of something, and then I end my turn.
Okay, sounds good. I'm hoping that this volume is better. I've been hearing that my volume is not the greatest right now. So I'm hoping that helps.
Yeah. I go to pause and I listen to the stream itself. You are a bit light, and so that's why, if you notice, I did turn the music down so you can still be heard. So
Okay.
folks in chat, my buddies Tracy and Sean have been watching. They're good about telling me when I mess it up, so let us know.
Appreciate it. Cool. Okay, so next up is our Elven Ranger. She is a little torn as to whether to attack. You know what? No. Krieg is going after her wolf. And Remy is close to Krieg. So, our ranger steps 5 all the way up to Krieg. And then she'll go ahead and swing. With her short sword. Krieg, does a 23 hit you?
I'm gonna have to look at my sheet. Yes, 23 hits me at level 1.
You're going to take 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
How you doing?
Still in the fight, but I think this one definitely bowls him over. He's at 2 HP.
Okay. Noted. Next up, she is going to stride past. You may take an
Oh,
attack
no.
of opportunity if you would like.
Well, I don't think does he have
That's right.
attack of opportunity?
I don't. Yeah, no. And for those watching PF2, very limited AOs, which felt good last session when I thought, oh, I don't have to worry about it, I can just run around. But now having them move around, I realize give take.
Okay. So our Elven Ranger, as she moves, sheathes her sword. And next up is Krieg.
Oh boy. Okay. Krieg is very hurt, and he has 0 healing potions or serums. The elf to the north and the wolf. How are they looking?
They look very healthy.
Of course. Lovely. Okay. I think Craig is going to focus on the sentient person and try and tumble through again with my acrobatics, and then I'm going to do a finisher on them. Let me see how the unable to find skill. That's not helpful. Did that go through?
On Fantasy Grounds, it doesn't look like it did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it just did.
Weird. It did the sound and everything. Okay.
Cool. Ooh. Yes, you're successful.
Okay. Cool. So I now have a panache point with my tumble through. I will have increased speed and circumstance bonuses. I'll do extra damage if I can hit this elven person. Okay. That wasn't great. So let me look at the map. I'm going to do something else.
Hey, Don.
Oh, yeah.
Don, you have a hero point if you would like to use it at any point. All of you have
I do
one.
have a hero point. Yes, I'm going to use the heck out of that hero point. It's okay. Yeah. Gotta minimize that. Combat this. Actions.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's
All right.
too bad. Oh no.
Yeah.
Rolling great
that
tonight,
feels
crew.
good. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna... No, because I can't do that. Okay, he is very hurt, so he is going to risk something, and I can't hit Remy. Oh, no, it's a line. That's right. I'm doing a line. I need the Elven Ranger to the north to give a reflex save as Craig starts to glow and crackle and pop as he uses his kobold breath.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Reflex?
Yes.
And is this the Elven Ranger?
Yes. Yeah, to the north. Yeah, directly in front of me.
Now, y'all in the chat, the volume should have been okay last week, correct?
I think only Steve was here compared to this week.
Okay.
So I don't... It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's strange. Nonetheless, I think I'm gonna switch my input to a different mic.
Okay.
But pretty sure I failed my reflex save with a 10.
Okay, yep, that is a fail. So you see electricity start to go up and down Krieg's little scaly body, and a line of electricity bursts forth from his mouth and does a D4. Is that a 1? That's a 1. Minimum damage, but still gives her a good little zap.
I should say, if y'all are like not a fan of online dice, because I know that sometimes people are not super into that, I don't mind y'all using physical dice.
I appreciate that, but I feel like I roll just as bad with real dice. It's fine. It's cool. It's a D4. It's level 1. But I did want to get this ability out there before he died, so...
All
So
right.
that's my turn. 3 actions.
Cool. The volume should hopefully be quite a bit better now. I changed the input to my headset, and it may not be the greatest quality, but it's probably much louder. So, here we are. Krieg just shoots his... What does this look like? Can you describe what the breath looks like that comes out of your mouth? It's just lightning?
You're muted.
You are still muted.
Great hand gestures, though.
Thank you. It's like a static buildup along his teeth, and he just kind of grinds his teeth together a couple times more, and he doesn't spit it, but it definitely just blows it out like that.
Okay. Well, very nice. Looks like my volume is not much better, so we're gonna roll with it. Maybe we'll take a break in a couple minutes, and I can try to figure that out. But for now, Remy is up next. Remy takes his... He actually drops his sling. Now he's surrounded by the Elven Scout on his right and the Elven Ranger on his left. And Hen is standing in front of him. Something unfamiliar. He's never seen anything like this being. So he's frightened. But he drops his sling. He pulls his staff. And he attempts to strike at the Elven Ranger. He got a 19 to hit. He hits. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as he strikes her in the shin and says, "Get away from me! I don't know what you want." And then...
Yes.
You're weird.
He's gonna attempt again at a -2. Effectively a -2. It's a total of -5. And he misses. It's not a crit miss, though, thankfully. But that is his full turn. And the Elven Scout follows it up. Oof. Okay. The Scout actually pulls his crossbow. And he aims it at Krieg. I'm so sorry, Don. And he's gonna roll to hit. A 4 on the dice for a total of 7, which is a miss.
It's a miss. It's 10 less than my AC, so it's a critical miss.
It's a crit miss. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So.
Oh, you love to see it.
These rolls today.
He pulls his crossbow, fires it at you, Krieg, and as he pulls it, something gets tweaked in his elbow, and the crossbow strikes the edge of the pointy end of his arrow, or his crossbow bolt, just hits him in the ear as he fires. He and it shoots up into the air. And he's gonna take 1 point of, that would be probably piercing damage. Yeah, piercing. And then that is his turn.
He just hit 30. He's getting these weird aches in his body. He's got
Cool. With that, we now have Shaija and Hem.
Is this log or this tree that's broken down, is that difficult terrain to go over?
Yes.
Awesome. Alright, Shaija yells out, Hem, protect the boy! And she runs through Sagafa's square. Actually, I wouldn't be able to do that either. Because I would have to go through, because there's this stump here. Okay, so she is going to cast Boost Eidolon. And okay, so just to let everybody know how summoners work, you have to share 3 actions across you in the summon. And so when I'm planning my turn, it's how do I use these 3 actions? The other thing I have to do is the feat that I have is act together, so I can use 2 actions on one and 1 action on the other, and it counts as 2 actions.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is boost Eidolon.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to boost Eidolon, and I'm going to use a focus point to make it extended. So I have to get a 15 or higher. I don't, so that doesn't cost a focus point. This just makes it so that my Eidolon gets 2 additional damage if it hits.
Okay.
And now I'm going to act together, and she starts chanting, Teleja, Teleja! And you see the connection between Hem and her glow, and a phantom stream pours into Krieg, and I'm casting Soothe for 14 points of healing to Krieg. And using Act Together, Hem is at the same time attacking the elf with a crossbow, and this is at a plus 7, so that is a 25.
Clutching the 4th.
A 25 is not a crit, is it?
A 25 against the scout?
The one with the crossbow, yeah.
That's a critical success.
Okay,
Yes!
so this is going to be a lot of damage. Oh, gosh. Okay, so this has the fatal trait, so I deal D10 instead of a D6, and it's plus 6 damage times 2. So that is 30 points of damage.
Can you
Get fucked!
what this looks like as this energy strikes the scout?
Yeah, so you see these 2 streams of energy, one going into Hem and one going into Krieg, and it's almost like there's a conduit between them all as they all get boosted up. You see Krieg maybe stand a little taller, and Hem gets a little bigger as well as it finally comes into full form. It was kind of flickering there for a minute, and it slashes down, and it's flickering, and right at the last minute, it becomes solid and straight into the collarbone of this guy, bringing him down to his knees as he falls over.
And as you slice, and as Hem slices from collarbone down, this energy just cleanly cuts from his neck all the way down diagonally across his torso, and the man's upper half slides a little bit and then falls, and he is now in 2 pieces on the ground, dead. Also, Eldritch Dream Games said that extra die isn't multiplied. Just heads up, we're gonna still roll with it.
That wasn't the extra die. This is the fatal trait, not the deadly trait. Deadly gives you an additional die.
Noted. Cool. Awesome. That was badass. And our elven scout is off the board. Sigafa, what do you want to do now?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do anything after that. Oh. Gosh, I kind of just want to yell. Okay, how is the ranger holding up? Is she just really still kind of like focused in on Remy, or is she shaken by the absolute brutal death of her buddy?
She looks over for a moment, and she is in shock, absolutely. However, she has her hands ready, and she turns her focus back to Remy. She didn't falter.
Okay, so she's not having a hard time at all. I'd like. So she has something in her hands, or she looks like she's gonna do something magical?
She looks as if she's about to try and grab Remy.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything specifically for that, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to cast Forbidding Ward on Remy, which would just, and specifically against attacks from the Elven Ranger. It just adds a +1 status bonus to his armor class.
Nice.
Against his or her attacks, and spells and other effects.
So now effectively he has an AC of 16, yeah?
Yes.
It was 15, now it's 16. Okay.
Perfect. And then I guess I'm gonna draw out my sling and kind of prepare to swing it if I need to. That'll be all for me.
Sounds good. Top of the round. We are now at Lucigia. But before you go, this ranger. No, you go ahead. Take your turn.
Okay. I see that the elven woman is still undeterred. Not like an assassin. I think when my voice cracked from earlier, I'm not used to this direct of a conflict. So like I'm more used to like subterfuge and like hand in the dark type nonsense. I think this is the first time I've been in like combat, so it's not quite there. I take my fan closed, I dismiss Bullhorn, and then I point it at Remy and I say, "Come here." And I cast Gravitational Pull on him, and I use 2 actions, 2 of the 3 to do it. So when I do 2, what happens is I can target. Oh, yeah, never mind. When I use 2, I can pull them 20 feet closer to me. If they fail a fortitude on a critical fail, oh god, I'm so sorry.
You're okay.
By suddenly altering gravity, you pull the target towards you. The target is pulled, in this case, 20 feet closer to you, unless it succeeds at a fortitude save. On a crit fail, they're knocked prone, and I'm hoping, because I said it, that Remy will just give up.
So I think, yeah, as you point your fan at Remy, he makes eye contact with you, and he looks very frightened. But of all the people in this group, you are the most familiar to him. No pun intended. And he is more or less okay with you casting a spell with him. He kind of like, after this frightful display, of the... Oh, no need to apologize, Eldritch Stream. But after this frightful display of him slicing this dude in half, Remy is shocked, and he just kind of looks at you and nods, like very, very quickly. He's frightened, and as you cast the spell, he goes 20 feet toward you.
20 feet, I believe. Yes. Supposed to target 20 feet instead of 10, and it's closer to me.
Got it. 5. And if he ends up next to you, if he doesn't go the full 20 feet, that is still okay, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, that's okay. But if he gets near me, I'm not looking at him as I say this. I'm just sort of like pulling him over. I say, "Today is not the day to be a hero. Go home."
And he doesn't respond. Next up is our ranger. Oh, is that your full turn?
That's it.
Okay. Our ranger then kind of gives a menacing scowl at you, Ishijia. And she says, "The boy is mine." And then she uses one move action to draw her short sword. Another, and then she strikes. And so she'll go ahead and strike at him. Does a 17 hit him?
It hits exactly.
Okay. So she does 7 points of piercing damage to him as she pierces her sword into his stomach area. And she will attempt to do the same thing again. This time at a -5. Nope, at a -4 instead of 5. Because of the range of the she has. So there's 14 plus 15 does not hit. Alright, that's her turn. Next is... I keep forgetting to use her wolf. I'm gonna have to get better at that. Next is Creep.
Okay, Hem has a melee weapon out, correct?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
yes.
So, yeah, because it's kind of weird, that's why I ask, yeah. So I am going to step, thereby giving us flank. And I am going to do a precise strike. So her AC will be lowered by 2 for this attack.
Okay.
As I swing out with my rapier. And... Okay.
Okay. Is that a total of 12?
That's... Yes, it is. That's a total of 12.
Okay. That is a miss. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm going to swing out again.
Okay.
For my last action, and this is going to be a finisher, so even if I fail at this, something will happen. Okay. 17 is my total.
That's a hit.
Okay, so this will do this damage.
Oh my gosh.
4, but because it's part of a finisher, my additional damage is 2d6, and I lose my panache.
Okay.
So another 8 damage on top of the... Oh wait, no. Oh, I'd only rolled it once. 1 sec. So 5 and then 8. So 13 points of damage. No, then another 2. So 15. 15 points total slashing damage as he trying to get her on the ropes.
And as you slash her the second time, she falls dead.
Yes.
And her wolf
Good.
looks at all of you, backs up, and runs. Actually, you know what? We're not out of combat yet. Remy is not going to do anything this turn. Our Elven Scout is dead. Hem and Shaija, if you would like to take an action against the wolf, you may.
Sure. Well, I don't think that I will. But I do want to say, Eldritch Dream, please let us know any thoughts on rules. More than happy to discuss. It did make me look at it, and Fatal, I should have added an additional D10 on top of the damage that I did, so it's good. I think that Shaija's just gonna delay. She sees them come down. She sees the wolf back up with uncertainty, and she's just like confused about what to do.
Okay. Sagafa. You are muted, by the way.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, how tall is this stump next to me, would you say?
Probably about
Could I climb up there?
a foot and a half tall. You can easily step up to that.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna get up there so I'm a full 4.5 feet tall now. And I'm going to swing my arms around and try to intimidate the wolf into just running away. I don't want to kill an animal. I feel like, I don't know if it had a choice, you know. So I'm gonna yell at it. I'm gonna say, we are not gonna see a kidnapping today. You get out of here. You have no place trying to steal this young boy. Oh. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll if that's alright.
Give me an intimidate check for the sweetest intimidation ever.
No! I got a nat 1, which is a total of 7.
And this is how Sagatha got her animal companion.
I feel like a 7 is as fitting as it could get. Yes. I don't want to hit it, so I think that's my turn.
And I think with that, our wolf companion, rather than run off into the woods, is going to step over to the body of his master. He's going to sit down and just put his head down and kind of whimper. And you are out of combat.
Oh no!
As soon as we get out of combat, Hem is gonna disappear, and it's like slowly flickers out, and that ethereal connection to Shaija just slowly disappears.
Too cool. If we could take like a 30-second break or so, 1 minute break or so, I'd like to throw it back to our cover page so that I can try and figure out why my volume is so low, because on Streamlabs it's telling me my volume is actually quite good. So I think it may be a Discord thing. So those of you who are watching, stay with us. We'll be back in about 1 minute. Thank you for watching so far, but we will return pretty soon. Cool. Stay on. Somebody else say that so that, like, in case I'm not easily heard.
Okay, yeah, we will be right back after a quick technical look at our audio. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back. Well, okay.
All
More
right.
importantly, Emma, how's...
We are back, by the way. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna ask how your tweaking went.
I'm not quite sure how it went. Hopefully, it is okay. I think Streamlabs is showing that our volume is quite a bit better. But I don't know. Can one of you say something?
Much
Whoa.
better is what my pal Tracy says. So since they've been providing rules and tech support, an Elder Stream Games is my buddy Sean from my podcast.
Amazing.
Tracy is as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, cool. They're saying much better.
Good, I'm
Awesome.
glad. Okay, it was a tweak in Discord that I had to make. Thank you for your patience.
Yep. Last time we were using Zoom, and that had its own. We had our own things last week, so switching quickly to this one. Cool, good. Now we know.
As we end our combat, Remy steps forward over to the wolf. And he casts Wilding Word on the wolf. And he begins speaking with this wolf. Remy says, "Go home and, find someone new. She wasn't good to you. She wasn't a good person. You should go." And with that, the wolf kind of calmly walks back into the trees. What are we doing as a group?
Do you see any identifying marks on them? Shaija goes up and starts looking at the elves. I don't recognize anything distinguishing about them. I'm not familiar with the area. Remy, maybe?
Give me a society check. Anybody. And actually, Sagafa, you can take a +2 bonus to this roll.
Interesting. Ishija does take a hot second to go up to Remy. She's sort of alternating with her whole. She doesn't touch him, but she does take a mage hand and she starts pulling at different parts of his limbs and his body. She's looking for injuries. What happened to you? Are you all right? And she lifts his hat and looks under his. Stop squirming, and then I look at it, checking he's not completely injured, and then afterwards, when I'm satisfied, I'll do the check.
Yeah. And as you do this, he's like, "Stop! I'm fine. I'm okay."
Clearly, you are not. Don't argue with me.
Okay. Yeah. Society. Sagafa.
I think we all.
Just
think
a
we all
5
failed.
for me.
Okay.
25.
Oh my gosh, you would though. You would get it.
Big nerd.
Yoshijiya, you remember from your time in school learning about a society of rangers. And they are, though you can't quite remember the name of this group of rangers from your time studying, you do remember a distinct symbol that they wear as a pin on their clothing. It is a circle, a metal circle, inside of which is a metal wolf's head, and just atop the border of the circle looks to be some sort of lizard or gecko, some sort of reptilian or amphibious creature. And the tail, eventually, after wrapping above the border of the circle just a little bit, it becomes one with the circular border.
I have the flying mechanical thing that we were chasing.
Actually,
it exploded.
It did
we don't?
So it exploded.
Oh, so it's shattered.
There are pieces of little golden brass flecks of metal, but nothing super whole. Give me a flat d20. Let's do a luck check to see how lucky you are with finding a larger piece that you can identify.
So middling, a 10.
So with a 10, you find a couple larger pieces, but nothing that seems to show it may have belonged to someone or some specific group.
I see.
Is that what you were looking for?
That was, yes.
Okay. Well, what would you all like to do? Oh, I should mention, you do hear the howl of wolves back toward the village of Bungai. And you do hear screams near Haven.
I think we ought to return at least to the Haven. If they're screaming.
I think that's a hard choice. It seems that these elves were after Remy. If we bring him back to the village, maybe we'll bring him to danger.
I agree.
Well,
not saying that we shouldn't go back. I'm just saying it's a hard choice. In war, we always ran.
If we go to the village, sure, but if we take him back to the Haven, perhaps he'd be surrounded by other villages, and at least he'd have some more protection.
Remy chimes in and he says, do you think they're in trouble? Roka's back there. Can we go back? Is it a bad idea to go back? I gotta make sure that Roka's okay.
I
suppose they'll expect us there.
Can we disguise him in some way? Do you have any?
I unfortunately don't have the resources to do that today. I believe I'm quite tired at this point.
Maybe we could dress him up with some of the ranger clothes and make him look like another halfling, like Sogafa.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's kind of tall for a halfling, but sure, yeah.
Do you guys want to try that?
Remy, change your clothes.
What do I... with what? I don't have anything.
I mage hand some of the clothes away from the woman. I just drag it off. And I float him towards him. Hurry, quickly, we don't have time.
Okay, yeah, all right. And then he, he throws on the coat that the woman was wearing, which drags... not drags, but it's below his waistline. So it's very much too large for him. And give me just looking at him, I think you would notice that his hat is very conspicuous. He has a large... Oh, go ahead.
I mage hand the hat off of his head.
Okay. And then the other thing to note is that Eska is with him, his mushroom dragon.
I float the hat to either Krieg or to the other three. Anyone like to wear this?
It's not gonna put a witch's curse on me, is it?
It'll give you a curse if the owner dies.
Then no, I don't want it.
No.
I'll carry it. Krieg wears on him it goes to about the base of his tail, so he's got a little swishy dueling cape that I haven't had to use yet, but I mean I could always tuck it inside my cape and just carry it. you're right. This is very conspicuous. I've never seen a hat really like this. Just hide it.
The adorable little mushroom dragon. Do you think he would camouflage in my hat at all?
Oh my god.
We could keep him with us, and he could probably keep an eye on you up there. But I don't know if he'll fit in.
Let's do a disguise check. I would love for you guys to give me a collaborative disguise check. Which I think
Thievery?
is there. Oh, there. That's right.
There's deception, crafting.
Let's do crafting. Or actually, you know what? You can do any skill that you think would work well to disguise Eska into the hat of Sagafa.
Can I do stealth? Or
Yes,
is that rolling for...
You are the only person, I think, who would make sense to be able to do stealth because you're the person who would be wearing Eska.
I got an 8 anyway, so...
Okay.
24 crafting.
Would thievery apply?
So let's
Let's
go to
put a
Jenna
little
first.
bit of dirt on. Oh, go.
Jenna, go first. What are you doing?
24 crafting.
Okay.
And the dragonfly, as soon as the dragon gets onto Sagafa's hat, I start arranging the flowers in such a way that it's better disguised there.
Okay.
If I may hand.
Yeah. And you're able to do this quite well. Another thing you would notice, Sagafa, is that Eska is perfectly light. Like, it's as if the dragon is just floating atop your head. And there is something that I do want to retcon from last time. I mentioned that Eska had little wings that kind of shot out when he was performing magic. Eska actually does not have any wings. He floats around like a little spore in the wind.
Oh, look at little dandelions.
That's the cutest thing! Oh my gosh!
And so he's floating atop your head. And
Are you up there? Oh, okay. Okay. Just hold tight.
And Lishijia, you are able to disguise him pretty well. What is Shaija doing?
Let's see if we can get some dirt and leaves on you to help cover up and make you less conspicuous. As she goes to where the tree's fallen over and grabs moss and dirt and kind of like tries to make him look dirty and put leaves in his hair, etc. 22.
Yeah.
Nature is what I was doing the skill. If it wasn't clear.
Yeah, I like that. Krieg, are you helping out with this at all?
I would. How would thievery? I've not used that skill much. Would that apply here at all?
I think you could. If you could give me a justification as to what you're doing, I could see that being a little like sleight of hand, a little like disguise. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it's just assisting, so I think it would just be like, from his vantage point of a smaller person, maybe, because it's on Sagafa's head, the halfling. Everyone else is quite tall. I think Krieg is offering a smaller perspective. So, like, oh, it looks great from up top, but if you are a dwarf or lower, it's very obvious that this is like, you can see right underneath the eaves, I guess. I don't know. I'm stretching.
I like
perspective.
it.
Perspective is everything.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And it's a +7.
It's a +7.
A 10.
Aw.
It works. You are
Wow.
able to, all of you come together, and you're able to make this very convincing disguise of Eska. And your hat looks much larger now, Sagafa. And Remy is in this coat with like these brown corduroys that are just his normal like trousers that he wears. But the coat is, I mean, he's swimming in it. He definitely does not look exactly like he did. And you would think that it might just work. So, are we making our way back to Bungai?
Bungai or the witch's compound? Where do we want to go?
Whichever.
The wolves are coming from Bungai, correct? Not the witch's compound?
So, just to be clear here, it seems as if it's kind of indeterminate as to where the wolves are coming from. However, Haven is within Bungai, the village, so relatively the same place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well then I suppose to Bungai it is.
Okay. And you're able to make your way back through the woods, through the jungles, over to the place where you jumped through the trees in chase of these flying clockwork spies. And you make your way back to Haven. Everybody feel free to roll me a perception check.
Oh my gosh.
What are those numbers, y'all?
Craig got an 18, his highest roll tonight.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not true. I did good acrobatics, but close.
So Gafa got an 8, also her highest roll tonight.
Oh man.
Okay. Let's see.
21 perception.
Okay.
16. For Shaija.
Noted. Lucigia, as you walk toward the entrance of Haven, you hear a male voice. The boy's location now. I won't ask again. I must know where he is. You see, I'm a reasonable man. I have someone I'm working for. And if that person finds out that I have not completed my task, I'm afraid things won't go quite well for me. And therefore, if you want things to go well for you, you might want to start speaking. You hear the whinnying of horses nearby, and a few other low-volume voices. Can I have everybody give me a stealth check, please?
Is anyone an expert in stealth?
Maybe Hannah was, but
It was worth an ask. It was worth an ask.
Yep, just trained. But it's my highest skill.
oh yeah. 15.
17 or 22 for Craig.
Okay.
Sorry.
Shai just stepping loudly on everything that she can find.
Okay. So we have Lucigia with a 15, Krieg with a 22, Sagafa with a 17, Shaija with a 4. As you're approaching, you hear a woman's voice. Raise! Someone's coming! Raise! Hurry up! And you see this woman catch eyes with Shaija. And everyone else she is then alerted to as well. Raise the boy! He's here! And with that, I think we're going to call session for tonight. Thank you so much. How are we feeling? You guys doing okay?
Yay!
Just as my roll started to get good. Yes, good call. I was almost going to be unstoppable, so this is a good.
Cool.
But no, I had fun.
Good. I'm glad. Listeners, viewers, thank you for chiming in, or for chiming in and for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. I'm super excited to have y'all continue. Hopefully, we are good with the volume from now on. I'm not an expert in streaming. I'm sorry that I'm just kind of figuring out as we go, but I hope that you all enjoyed. And unless we have anything else from our players, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Thank you!
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Y'all
everyone.
have a wonderful night.
Have a good night. See you next week.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.